Welcome back to the Cognac, Tequila, and the Girl Show. It's time to hang out with Rob, Mike, and Dunya. Whatever you don't want to say, they will with no chaser. Take a shot and let's have a drink. Is hashtag squad goals still a thing? Because they are. Let's go.
Welcome back, everyone.
Hello.
Happy New Year. Woohoo. 2024. Crazy. Crazy. Welcome back. If things look different, I said I was going to do it, and I did it. Hope it looks good. Hope it looks nice. New start, new vibe.
Featured brands over here.
Yeah. Figure I'll change out some models a couple of times. Right now we're doing American Thunder and Weirds. Check them out at your local liquor stores, and if they don't have them, just request it. We're back, and we are talking about Katt.
That good old wit. Gushy.
Katt with a K-A-T-T.
I don't know, when I came up with the title in my head, that's literally what I thought about. Was like what you just insinuated, and the music from "Let's Talk About Sex, Baby" like popped up in my head. So, yeah, but not that kind of cat. We can, but that's not PG. That's for the
That
after
might be
dark.
another episode.
After dark episodes. Maybe we can do those this year.
Maybe.
Yeah. Anyhow, thank you for joining us for our 151th episode. 150. I don't know. Anyways, before we get into it, I'd like to ask. I'm just starting out the new year for new listeners. I'd like to ask everyone how their week was. So, Tequila, how was your week?
Invigorating.
Oh. And that is what he's going to give us, invigorating. Is there any extra on it? You thought long and hard about it. So.
Refreshing.
Oh, okay. Well,
Same thing.
you're just giving me synonyms. No elaboration this time? Okay. How was your week, Cognac?
My week was interesting. I didn't want to go. I wasn't that hungry, but my coworker insists we go eat at a certain place. And
Thanks, we've talked about it.
okay. I didn't want to mention the name of the place.
Well, it's delicious.
I guess it was that delicious because, oh boy, for 30 minutes was like licking his fingers, the plate, licking his cup. I mean, I'd never seen such a thing. I was like, it was that good. I mean, he would.
Yeah. Okay, well, we don't have to. What I'll do, what I will promise, because I said I was going to post more, I'll post it and block his face out because I don't want to embarrass anyone. But I'll just post it.
I will post a short on YouTube. I'm not blocking any faces.
No, you have to block faces.
That's Lenny Lou Litz. I'll research them, be fine with it. That's the thing. Lenny Louie loves to lick fingers.
I just never.
Just fingers?
And I said I wasn't hungry going here, but he was.
You would have been if you ordered what he had.
I guess so. Because he was, I'd never just seen it.
Okay, we gotta leave it at that.
But it wasn't even that. He was singing. And
Yeah, okay. Well, leave it at that so the viewers will go and look at Louis Licks a lot. Or whatever.
Lenny Louie loves to lick fingers.
Lenny Louie loves to lick fingers.
Fifth Wall, Texas.
Okay. All right. Well, go to our page and.
But my grilled cheese turkey, whatever it had, grilled cheese turkey
bacon.
Bacon.
What's delicious?
Was delicious.
That's good.
Sounds good.
Does anybody even care about my week this
Yes.
year?
Okay.
Okay. So my week was great. Not really great. I got the cooties from someone at the office. But I don't really play about being sick. I don't like to whine about it, so I literally pumped myself full of every vitamin, put a mask on, all kinds of things. So I knocked that shit out in 3 days. Yeah. So now I think I'm just dealing with an ulcer. I'm stressed out. I'm not eating right. We probably need to worry about my health more, which is my goal after this next month, simply because I have like so much shit to do. But I'm headed to the doctor once this month is over. That's about it. And Katt Williams thing we're about to talk about was one of the highlights of my 2 week.
Of everybody.
Yeah. I mean, I had tears in my eyes.
That boy Shannon Sharp got 20 million views.
Both times I watched it. I mean, yeah, I sent it to my mom.
Yeah.
I sent it to Gangsta. I sent it to my dad. I need to ask my dad if he watched it. I'm sure he did. Before that, though, how was that steak? Because I listened to our last episode. It was delicious, right?
It was 3 days delicious.
Yeah, mine too. Me too. Because we didn't even. Did you eat a potato? I didn't even eat the potato.
I ate a potato.
Okay, I didn't eat a potato. And Harper didn't eat hers, so I used the potato with the steak. I had 3 different meals.
I sliced the steak up before I left here, just fine.
Yeah, it
I
was.
filled the whole fucking bowl.
Yeah, it was good.
Sliced steak.
That's steak. Yeah, you should have saved the
It was
bone.
worth it.
Yeah, you should have saved the bone. They sent something with that too. Shit.
Well, you didn't have steak, you had chicken.
I put the bone in a ramen.
Oh, there you go.
Damn, I didn't think about that.
In a
Okay,
beef ramen. Just
next time I feel like spending that kind of
put the
money.
bone in. Put the bone in the bottom of the beef ramen. And
Right.
don't steal mine. Yeah.
Did you put peanut butter in it after?
You know,
Oh, okay.
the bone marrow was in there.
Oh. Anyways, before we get into it, if you're new, we have a segment that we do. It's an important segment that Cognac takes very seriously. So let's hit it.
Joking with Cognac.
Okay.
So I overheard a conversation with a guy at a bar. This other guy was looking really sad. And he asked him, "Why are you so sad?" He goes, "Well, I walked into my wife and my best friend was 6 inches deep into her. And I had to kick her out the house." And he said, "What about your best friend?" And he said, I wagged my finger at him. I said, "Bad boy. Bad dog."
Oh my god. Ew. That was the good one?
Cognac, tequila, and a girl does not endorse bestiality.
At all. Ew. And what breed of dog was that?
Great Dane. I don't know. Asked him.
That's disgusting. Yeah, no, that's not the one for me. Sorry. That's probably one of the worst, and you have pretty bad ones, so. Okay.
I hope you two accept that one.
Yeah, well, I don't. Maybe not make it short about that one. We'll just do Lenny Fingers.
Yeah, Lady Louie Lovelace's fingers
From the fifth
from
ward.
the fifth one.
Lord have mercy. Okay, well, we're going to work on the next one. Right. Okay, so anyone who hasn't watched it, please do before you listen to this. But you still should watch it no matter what you hear coming out of our mouths.
Yeah,
It has to be. It's not even spoiler alerts because you just have to watch it. You thought I spoiled it to you until you watched it yourself, and no matter what,
There's
I told
too
you,
much
it's so
stuff to
funny.
spoil.
Yeah, it's very
3
long. It's like 2.5 hours
2 hours and 48 minutes.
of pure gold. It was a free comedy special on YouTube.
By way of Club Shay Shay.
Yes, that's what I had here. Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharp. Good job. I don't think I've watched anything of yours.
I watch it.
I know he's popular. I just don't usually watch sit down.
I like Club Shay Shay. I don't like the ESPN shit commentating where he with Fox News.
Yeah.
It was just a co-host that I didn't like. That white dude, old white dude. I forgot his name, but he be, he act like old white dude.
Oh.
That want to be black.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
He be bashing. And I'm getting off topic. But
No, it's fine. I've never seen
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
He be bashing athletes and shit. But he love LeBron James. You know, he go extra hard on anybody that make a mistake. I'm gonna give you his name. Skip Bayless. I ain't gonna put Skip Bayless. It used to be Shannon and Skip Bayless is a.
Well, fuck you, Skip.
But now he got with Shannon left.
Rolling with tequila.
This what it is.
You don't know.
We write it done.
So he had a black crowd because of Shannon.
Yeah.
Shannon left, so guess who he got to replace him?
Somebody black?
Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne worked with him as a commentator.
Lil Wayne the rapper?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, BG just called him a bitch.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, that's what BG said.
He went through big forehead.
Well.
He went through that dude.
Oh God, Stephen
A.
Mm.
Then
I don't like him.
Shannon. And he got Lil Wayne.
So he's just buying us.
He's just trying to compete because Cameron and Mace, they got it is what it is. That shit there be popping. It's sports. Yeah, so he went and got a rapper to try to. Yeah, that's my opinion though. Yeah. God bless all of them.
Yeah. And God bless ours. Katt, if you want to come sit and hang with us, please do.
I'll take that.
Wayne, Skip, whoever. Anywho,
I think I may run from Skip.
Well, you should, because you.
Nah, he got that.
You should run from us. I said we write it down.
He got that Michael Jackson. Like I always said, if I was to encounter Michael Jackson, I probably would be afraid of him because
Because he'd call you Christmas.
No, because
See?
all the work and shit he done to his face, he's like a doll or something, because I remember the big nose, my color Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm gonna say that on that point though is Lil Loud. I love him to come over here if he wants to.
Yeah.
Well,
Lil Loud.
Hands on him. Yeah. He don't go by the air no more.
That's okay.
He's bigger than you.
I know.
he's still long. In my heart.
He can come over here and give us metaphors on his.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll see. You gotta pay
He don't
him.
even do that shit.
You gotta pay him though.
He don't even go, bro.
You gotta pay him though. He was actually just written up in Houston Chronicles.
I
One of
know.
the top rappers out of Houston.
Well, I love him.
Good job. Proud of you.
Congratulations.
Keep shining.
Yeah, keep
Yeah.
shining.
Hands
That's what
on.
I would say. Don't block my shines, my hand won't.
We know. Are we gonna talk about Katt or are we just chit chatting? Because we can do that too.
Cat in the hat.
You're not allowed to say that. He said that all the special.
That's what Faison said. I was
Disney
listening
said
to
you
the-
can't say that.
Yeah, listening to the. That's what Cedric said. I was listening to our rebuttals
He said,
from the.
that boy said he's a god amongst them people.
Who did?
Katt said, remember?
No, I remember him saying
Like,
he was talking about Kanye.
yeah.
He was saying Shannon. I'm just gonna call him Shannon. His name is Shannon. He asked him what he thought about Kanye, and he just said, "I don't understand why you can say that someone is mentally ill, and then watch them and scold them for fucking up if they're mentally ill." And he said, all you people, whoever, you people were, allowed this man to think because he could write music lyrics, he was a god, and calling himself Yeezy and Jesus and all of these things, and now you're confused.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he said. I didn't hear him call himself a god. Did you hear him call himself a god? I didn't
No,
That's the only part
I thought
I
he
heard
said when
about Kanye.
my bad. When he said he walked in the room, like he knew they knew he was better
Well, yeah,
than them. Yeah.
but that doesn't mean God.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. He did call Kanye's wife a whore.
Yes.
Or ex-wife, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said that with his chest.
Mhm.
Actually, not even with his chest. It was just
No,
casual.
it was
Like, and then he
casual.
married a
It's a-
whore, and
he married a whore,
and,
what do you
you know,
expect?
and what do you, I mean, and that's what he. And he was like, I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying he knew what he married, and it was just,
Mhm.
you know.
Mhm. You went to marriage knowing who she was. Yeah.
First point it started with, he really has a problem with Ricky Smiley, who I really don't know that well. I don't know that well. I know he's popular, glasses.
I love his prank.
Yes,
He used to do these prank phone calls.
Oh,
And I used to play them motherfucking CDs, because he'd make CDs with just random prank phone calls. Yeah,
Well,
just a-
then you probably know because he used to listen to prank phone calls all the time. But he has a show, and I know the show simply because one of my favorite housewives is on it or was on it, Portia Williams.
He got a radio show in Dallas. I mean, wherever it's
Atlanta.
syndicated, where it's syndicated. So
Okay.
they play it up in Dallas. I don't
Okay.
know where their home base
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
But yeah, he does
And
not like him.
Play it on 102 to get them warnings.
He said he can't act, and I think he came on there. A lot of people are really like torn between this, but he only came on there because all of these people came on there,
Mhm.
and he got pissed off. He got fed up. Everybody that he brought up has been on there except for Steve Harvey and his wig, I think. That he did bring up, and he was like, "Nah, you're not gonna sit here." And he basically said that Ricky Smiley came on there and lied about a role he was supposed to have, and they switched it, and those things, and that's how that went.
Mhm.
And Shannon kept saying, "Well, why would he lie?" And one of my favorite quotes from it was, "I don't know why liars lie. Nobody knows why liars lie."
Mm.
And he said it more than once. And
Yeah.
ain't that the truth? So if
That's
what he didn't
true.
say about Ricky Smiley is not the truth, that is the truth. He also said that he won't work with Ricky Smiley unless he was in a dress. He said he put it in his contract. And what is it, First Sunday? Was
Yeah,
the
First
next
Sunday,
movie, and he is in a dress.
He's in a dress.
He also said him and Tyler Perry, they are better. They can't play men. They play women better. I don't know how Tyler Perry got thrown in there, but it's true. I did love Medea. So
Yeah. And that boy say Martin asked him to be in one of his films. And after he got through his shit, whatever shit he was going through, maybe his mental breakdown. But after he got through it, he called Katt up and had to read the script. Katt said he read the scripts. He said, I can't believe he had me read the script in front of these nice white
people.
And then he seen that the character didn't have to wear a dress, so he was like recommended Brandon D. Jackson, whatever that dude's name.
Whoever did it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You know what it reminds me of?
He want to wear a dress.
Going back to when he did the comedy tour with all those people and stuff, and he had the skits when he brought the Rottweiler, and he says, not the Rottweiler, German Shepherd, and he said, I'm gonna bring the German Shepherd in because Jews are scared of German Shepherds or whatever. Do you remember that?
Not at all.
The comedy tour?
Not at all.
The movie when he brought the ball.
And Lunell was there and all that? Oh, the movie.
Mhm.
No, I
the
didn't.
movie.
I don't remember it that well. No.
And he brought that German Shepherd in there.
Yeah,
to
I mean, you don't have to
negotiate.
keep repeating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, I also want to point out, because my mom was like, was he drunk? And I'm like, Katt's high all the time. I don't think alcohol, and he said it, I wrote it down, Shannon said it at the beginning. It was, maybe we need to put this liquor down the moment he started talking. And then he said, I'm not fueled by alcohol. The truth don't need motivation.
The truth don't need
And that was at the
motivation.
beginning of a almost 3-hour episode.
Yeah.
He kept drinking, and
He told Shannon, you've
Yeah.
been drinking more than
yeah.
No, he
I
did
love
say
that. I love that. Yeah.
And in the beginning, he gave some great taste notes on the cognac,
Mm-hmm.
not being a alcohol connoisseur. What's the name? The connoisseur, but what's the name for the taster? The sommeliers. That's for wine though.
Yeah, I just call him connoisseur.
Yeah, he gave great taste notes.
Yeah.
on the
He
cognac.
did. He did.
Yeah,
At the beginning, that's what
he
they
did a
were
great
saying.
promotion of that cognac.
Remember, because you were like, I wish he had something on there, and I go, I think if he does drink, it's cognac, but I don't know.
He gave great taste notes on cognac.
Yeah.
Hey, he said the drink.
Don't taste like wood.
Yeah. I also think, in my opinion, he is one of the greatest comedians,
Yeah.
dead or alive.
You can't hate
He's
on
in the
Katt.
top.
If you don't like Katt Williams, just him being a comedian, you may not like his, I guess, off camera behavior.
Antics.
Yeah,
That's what I
but
call them.
if you ever seen him stand up live or just on television,
Period.
he's funny.
I mean, he's
yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah. He's one of the best. Him and Kevin. I mean, he can't stand Kevin.
Who?
Kevin, yeah. The plant.
Can we talk
If you
about the
understand
plant?
if you understand the definition of
Yeah,
the word plant.
Nah, Kevin's funny. I'm not knocking anybody's talent.
And the reason I like Kevin, because I think he worked like 400 million, and he still kind of his comedy still the same. It's just ain't pop yet. You know, like even Dave Chappelle. You know, sometimes when people get so far, you get so far away from our reality that the stuff you be saying is not even funny. You know what I'm saying? But I know he got great writers and shit that's close to our reality and stuff. But sometimes the money take them away from our reach and the stuff that they say not funny no more. You know, because their lives change and they start going
Well,
through
then
different.
you wouldn't have longevity because you were liked because of this.
I mean, you'll have longevity in different genres. This is not a comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm scared, Kevin.
Like Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy was one of the greats stand up, and I just don't think he'd be great at stand up again. That's probably why he never revisited doing stand up. It's just because he's so far away from the people. You know, he live in a house that got movie theaters, bowling alleys, and all this kind of stuff. So his reality, not our reality. We just probably won't get it unless he just sit there and make fun of his family and people that he around all day. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That's a good analogy that you just brought up, because I always thought that about like certain young rappers or aspiring rappers growing up and stuff like that, and they're like, yeah, and I'm like, but you're talking about jewels and stuff, you don't got that. So, talk about like your home, where you came from, or this, that.
Yeah.
Like,
Bling,
put that. No, I'm
just
saying,
joking because we were on the beach and stuff.
no, I'm saying, put that together instead of like,
Are you trying to be Katt right now, or can we talk about the Katt Williams?
okay, fine. I was just saying, I always thought
Message.
everybody want to talk about, oh, I got the bull Ferrari. No,
I got a Ferrari downstairs.
And
I
I'm
need
like,
to go put gas.
when? Since when?
Can we keep talking about Katt
Okay,
Williams
go
now?
ahead. Yeah.
All right. So he also brought up Steve Harvey. I brought up Cognac, but like a lot of times, and I brought him up earlier. His man wig that he said. He says that Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer and Ricky Smiley are a gang. And they're the gatekeepers. And one point that he did make that I always wondered were, because I've always liked Steve Harvey, but kind of I brought it up last year. We were talking about shows and how I said Friends basically copied off Living Single. It was like they just took this black version and made it a white version. Still love them though. But he said that Steve Harvey stole Hanging with Mr. Cooper to do the Steve Harvey show. And I watched both shows, and they are very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. He basically came in and...
Hanging with Mr. Cooper was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. But he made it more...
Commercial.
Yeah. You said commercial, and I was going to say Caucasian.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, but... And, you know, everybody has inspiration. That's one thing I will say. And you can be inspired, but you need to make sure you're paying the people you stole your inspiration from if you're going to go on to make that kind of money from it. So, that part that he said was not a lie to me because I watched both shows.
Another part that he said about Steve that I feel had a lot of credibility and probably valid. I mean, because it's an opinionated statement, but it was an opinion coming from a subject matter expert or something like that, because he from the industry. That the reason why we don't see Steve Harvey, why he's not a big movie star, because it's just hard to cast roles for a big country talk. That's the only thing. You got to be flexible and you got to be able to come outside of your norm. And it's just, he basically saying Steve Harvey can't do it. Yeah. You know, all he can be is Steve Harvey.
Yeah, and he said that Steve said, I can't do all that because I have 7 shows. And he goes, you didn't have 7 shows
before you had
when you quit stand-up comedy.
Yeah. They just ain't casting roles for it.
Yeah.
Big country talking. I've never seen him in no movie. And if he did, he was playing that big country talking.
I don't know.
Because he played
IMDb it or something. I do not recall Steve Harvey in the movie.
Yeah, he played in the Johnson Family Reunion. And
side note, I love Steve Harvey. Fly as fuck. And Family Feud is one of my...
He played in one of the Family Reunion.
Awesome pastimes.
Family Reunion movies where he was Cedric the Entertainer, Big Brother. Yeah, he was Cedric. Big Brother.
Gang Gang.
With Bow Wow.
Yeah. So you see, he said it was with Cedric. Gang Gang.
Yeah.
Was Kevin Hart in it too?
Well,
was Ricky smiling?
Ricky probably was in it.
One of my favorite movies with Cedric, rest in peace.
Cedric is not dead. You're talking about Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac.
Yeah. Which I was going to bring up anyways.
Yeah,
he seems very, very loyal to Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
Katt. He seems very loyal to him, and he seems like he knows something we don't know about it.
No, hold on. I meant Bernie Mac. That's what
I just said that.
Yeah.
Are you listening? Or
yeah. Go ahead. All right.
Go ahead and continue.
No, I was saying Bernie
told
Mac and motherfucking Samuel L. Jackson sold that good fucking movie. That shit was funny to me.
Right.
That was all. Go ahead.
Okay. So anyways, he did bring up Bernie Mac a couple of times. He said that Steve tried to steal Bernie Mac's role in the Oceans movies. He said that when he passed, they tried to get him to be on the Kings of Comedy. He said, absolutely not, because I saw what you did to my brother, whoever. Yeah. But rest in peace, Bernie Mac.
And he said they wouldn't be doing all this shit they doing right now because Bernie be
Yeah.
on their ass.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he basically said that because Bernie was blackety black
Yeah.
with his black gums. You know, I'm sorry, I'm quoting Bernie Mac. Like,
You're quoting
I'm quoting Bernie Mac when he made a joke about the blackness. Well, he was, whatever. Anyways. So, do you have anything else to say about the special? Or do you want to talk about, like, your memories of comedians?
Oh, I'd love to talk about mine.
Okay, but that's not this episode, so
Okay.
I guess we'll have to do a different one.
one.
Anyways, anywho,
Yeah.
okay,
That's fine.
one of my other favorites, tokens, was when he brought up, not speaking of blackety black, was Jonathan Majors, who I brought up maybe 2 or 3 episodes ago, who I said I thought I found him to be a weird person and weird, unattractive person, and how he was in court for assaulting. Well, I guess I don't have to quote anymore because he was found guilty.
Right.
But that there was an actual recording of him telling this white woman that she needs to be a black queen and act like black queens, and that just threw me the fuck off. I brought it up before. Anywho, Shannon Sharp asked him, Katt, well, what do you think about this cancel culture thing? And, like, this guy, John Majors, he was up here, he's Marvel, he's this, and all of a sudden, and number one, I thought it was hilarious that Katt was like, thank God for that black woman that went and got his charges reduced, because she's so beautiful, and he was talking about Megan Good, because they're dating now, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. But he said, basically, what you don't realize is when you sign contracts like this, and he said, first of all, you're not attractive. But for 2 years, Hollywood made you the most attractive man for 2 years, with your big nose, and your dark skin and your nappy hair, and I didn't know my daddy was attractive. Y'all like my daddy now? It was fucking hilarious to me. And to each their own. Like, I don't mind a big nose. But I don't find that man attractive. But he said, but when you sign up for that shit, and then you get big, you say something crazy, they'll take it all the way from you. But it was hilarious as fuck to me.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been screaming, what? What is this person? Okay. And he wasn't that great of an actor, I'm sorry. I was still rooting for Idris Elba. What was the Harder We Fall?
Well, he don't define his roles. He played the same, like, soft-spoken, calm, whether he the villain or the hero, just soft-spoken, not the fly off the gun type person.
Until he gets on the phone with a white girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, from Creed 3 to that Western.
I don't think I've watched Creed 3.
He
watched Creed 3?
He was good in Creed 3.
What's it on?
It's on Prime.
Well,
But
you
I
watch
own
that,
it, so I own it because, I'm a boxing fan, so I got all the Creeds. But,
The creds.
yeah, and I was just thinking, how do we know while we're talking about this guy
Excuse me.
that the Caucasian lady that he was with didn't have that attitude portrayed, that she act like she was I hate to they even said act like she was a black girl. And he was checking, if you're gonna be a black girl, you need to be.
They played it. I don't know.
Because they always just ain't gonna make a full conversation.
Does she look like a black girl on scene?
But that don't mean that they still
I
talk
don't
with the swing, the dialect.
She doesn't even look like she's. I think she's French too.
Well, because you got some black girls.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, like I said, I do not know.
But shame
I'm
on him if she did carry herself.
I'm not the judge. I'm just saying I don't care what kind of swagger you got as a white woman or white man. I'm never going to tell you to act like a black person.
Can I say one thing about that?
Yeah.
We all have the same lineage, so
Yeah, I'm
your
just
little tummy doesn't
right.
matter.
But
Like,
when I brought it up before, I said I would never tell you. You need to start acting like
I know.
Malcolm X.
No, I know.
Like it's still a weird
Yeah,
thing
I
to
don't-
say.
That's my
That's
point.
But it do matter coming from somebody black. I mean, I'm not gonna be treated the way he's gonna be treated just because of the color of my skin. So it matters.
It depends where
No, it just
on the
matters, bro.
world on that.
It matters. Right here where we at right now, it matters.
Yeah.
Right here doesn't matter.
Yeah, it matters here.
You mean?
Yeah.
You mean right here in this room?
Yeah.
It doesn't
No,
matter.
but when I leave the house, when I step
Yeah.
outside the door, it
Yeah,
matters.
it does matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Anywho, he said. What? He,
Go ahead.
okay, back to Katt. He said, I don't know how many people know who Earthquake is.
He's funny as
he's
fuck.
hilarious, and he. What did Katt say? He said he had a 20-minute special or something or whatever.
He can't read.
Yeah, because he can't read, and they gave him a show, and they didn't know he couldn't read till they gave him a show and put some cue cards in front of him.
But that shit there had me rolling. But it also had me like, what the fuck? Because Earthquake, one of his stand-ups I watched, he said he was in the military.
Yeah.
And his role in the military was that he loaded bombs inside of aircraft or some shit.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, how's he doing this shit if he can't read? What the fuck going on?
You don't have to read. They're gonna tell you what to do.
Cash said that boy illiterate. He didn't say he can't read.
He said he can't read.
He said he's a literate person.
Well,
Illiterate is a strong word.
yeah, I mean it is.
Can't read is one thing.
And Katt got all the words.
Yeah.
So
I was about to say hate is a word too, and yeah, like you just said, they just basically told him, "Hey, big boy, get them bombs out the."
yeah, yeah. And then back to Cedric really quick. Shannon brought up something about Katt receiving a award from Cedric. And he kind of got quiet.
Yeah. How can you get an award from him? Ain't got shit I have a award.
How can you give me an award that's worth something? So I don't know. Let me know. I mean, there were so many zingers, and then he brought up Cedric, and he said he has 4 specials. They're not available on Netflix or Tubi. And he said it like 3 times.
Yeah.
But yeah. And you said, so you don't, Shannon said, so you don't think Cedric's funny? And he said, the world doesn't. You can't find them on Netflix or Tubi. 4 specials. This is a level of petty I just enjoy, but I don't feel like I just don't feel like he's telling a lot of untruths. That's all.
Yeah.
I mean, Ice Cube came and backed him on the statements he made about next Friday and the Ricky Smiley stuff.
Yes,
He said Ricky did audition for Money Mike, but
that wasn't him.
that wasn't
And
him.
he said that Katt
Brought it out. Yeah.
And
He
ad-libbed and
And if I'm a comedian and you got a script already wrote, but you let me ad lib and bring it to life, in my mind, I wrote the script.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wrote the script. They had a foundation there, and I built off that foundation and brought it to life with their okay.
Yeah.
That boy said he can play a dope fiend real good. The Snowman was a dope fiend. No, the Santa Claus was a dope fiend.
Yeah.
we should do this and that too.
He said, Shannon Sharp said, because he was talking about his childhood when he left his parents at 13 and he was stealing stuff, and he said, well, you could play the Santa Claus. He goes, the Santa Claus, he was a crackhead. Not a thief, he was a crackhead. I can't play a crackhead because of what I just told you about my childhood. Yeah. Okay, and then I need everyone to take a moment. I made my mom stop watching it to watch the interview with him and Wanda Smith, whoever that person is.
That shit was hilarious, man.
And I saw it like.
I saw it when it happened.
No, I didn't see it. What? Was it a different year?
It was a different year. It was a while back.
Okay, well, I just saw the one where the lady was like, "Oh, okay, jailbird." And he was like, "I ain't never been," and your hair is attached to your headphones and all this shit. Yeah. I showed it to you. I don't know.
No, you showed me the.
I don't know where you're at, but I showed it to you literally 2 nights ago. So I don't know where your head's.
No, not that one.
I did show it to you 2 nights ago, and I'm not going to keep debating on air about it. Anywho, he went the fuck plumb off on her.
He went off on her.
It was a morning show.
I feel bad for her.
Yeah,
but she started.
I didn't. Well, I did not feel bad for her.
I feel bad for people. But she started.
You can't go off on some. You can't be a comedian and not
claim to be a comedian.
Or claim, yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah. Be one site.
And
or not.
With one of the best.
Yeah.
Like, you should have been thankful
that he was on
there.
the show, yeah.
Because I don't know that show. I don't know any of the 3 people that are
That's
on
an Atlanta show, local show.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not from there. I don't know who they are. But you had them on there.
And then you said a month. Yeah. When you said that we're not going to talk about this, that's when he was getting out of trouble with wrestling 14-year-olds and running with shit at night and shit.
Yeah.
So that was like 2008, 2010-ish. And I'm assuming. And she said, we're not going to talk about this, we're not going to talk about that, we're not going to talk about that. And as soon as they went on air, she started bringing the shit up.
Yeah.
Trying to roast him.
That's something that I wrote down, and it wasn't what he said. I said, it's always equal in a roast. You just got to be a better roaster. And he was a better roaster. So, yeah. Sure. And then I liked how he said, because I'm so educated, I can just say stuff, and they don't even know how to respond. When he said, your gnarled fingers or whatever, because I know she didn't know what gnarled meant. So she just got pissed off and just started saying something. What I will say, do you know if this is true? He said that her husband pulled a gun in his face.
I think after the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over that?
Yeah.
I wish you remember it watching it because
I do remember.
That's fucking bullshit. Like, that's corny and tacky.
Yeah, because how do you talk to a lady like that? Disrespecting my woman.
You kept calling him broke, a prison bunny, basically, gay, or how's prison? Okay,
I like.
You cannot get into an argument with a man, and that's just how I feel. I mean, you've watched me argue. You've watched me argue. You've heard me argue. Both of y'all, I would say, Cognac and Tequila. Let's go.
But I like the fact of the matter that boy said one thing. I like when he said, Katt.
What did he say?
When he said that, he goes, I was arrested on a firearm charge.
Yeah.
Because I got kids, I'm in Crenshaw. What the hell? I'm carrying a firearm.
Okay, so let me just say it, and I don't want to, no, I'm not talking over you.
Go ahead.
I watched this like a documentary, you guys, because it was just so eloquent to me, and I love his vocabulary. He said, if you want to catch me with a gun or weed at any point in time, you're going to. It doesn't matter. I'm going to carry a weapon because I have to protect myself and my family. And I smoke weed. So
he said one prolific thing, deep in it, a believer of the same Bible, the God that Katt believed in. When Shannon asked him, are you concerned about the rebuttals and consequences from this interview? And he like, from who?
From who?
The devil can't create nothing. They ain't nobody.
Right.
They ain't got no power. You know what I'm saying? The devil can't create nothing new. He's not a creator. And I'm not telling no lies. So what consequences should I be afraid of?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And are you gonna let a athlete on the juice?
And then another favorite of mine was, you brought up the lies. He said, when he brought up Kevin Hart, he said one thing. He said, well, I have to say what I have to say because Jussie Smollett don't keep lying until you say I don't believe you. Like nobody was safe. Thank you for, I'm marked safe from Katt Williams. Yeah. And then, here's another thing that I do know is true. In my own brain, love Steve Harvey again. But I've read Steve Harvey's books and stuff. When he brought up that Steve Harvey always, like right now, with Marjorie, which I think they're beautiful.
Yeah, correct.
They're a beautiful couple. I love them together. I think they're stylish, cute, handling, love each other, great. But you gave your first wife credit. If it wasn't for this woman, I wouldn't be where I am today. Because you said that about your first wife.
Your first wife that talked like a man.
Yeah. And you married another one that talked like a man. Or whatever. Yeah. I just thought that's really true because before Marjorie, everybody was like, look at how loyal he is to his wife.
Here's a little ditty.
But I still love them.
Here's a little ditty that was.
I don't know what ditty.
pushed to
Just
the
say
past.
it. Go ahead.
Mr. George, didn't he get a kidney from his wife? You told me about that.
That's not a ditty. We're not talking about George Lopez.
No, I know.
Taking
I'm
a
saying,
kidney
but
from his wife and then leaving.
I was thinking about comedians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not a comedic episode. We're talking about Katt
Oh.
and
my
that interview.
Okay. Well, that's an interesting thing to know. Okay.
You have anything to say
Uh,
about George and the kidney?
I don't even know what that is, but for real. But that boy said Weinstein offered to suck his penis. That's the word he
To
used.
get the kidney out?
In front of, I don't even know what the kidney thing is.
Oh.
In front of his agents. And
Who? Oh.
Harvey Weinstein.
Oh.
And then he
If
said,
you
Diddy.
focus on the Katt Williams special,
My bad.
then you would know.
Okay.
And Diddy offered him money to go to one of his parties. And he turned Diddy down.
Okay, so here's my scholarly note. He said Weinstein offered to suck his weenies. Like
Penis.
Yeah.
That's the word he used.
Okay.
He said penis.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
He said penis.
And I said weenie.
My beef said
and
my
I said
head.
weenie. Anywho, and he said no, but he still got whatever role he got. And then he said, when I read the script, I thought I was the only black person there.
Yeah.
And then he showed up for set, and it was two others.
Yeah.
There was three of us, and I wondered what their answer was.
Yeah.
And that shit was hilarious.
Yeah. Another thing was hilarious. I don't remember he was talking about, but he said if you do certain things, you're gonna get a funny face, light skinned wife who ain't gonna never get interviewed. And I don't know if he was talking about Luda, Kevin, or who he was talking about, because both of them got funny face, light skinned wives that never get interviewed.
Well.
It ain't no telling who else because you don't see everybody's wife. So.
Yeah. I've seen Steve's wife, but I also love her.
Is she light skinned, funny face?
I don't think she's
Is
funny
she?
face. No, I think she's actually beautiful. I think.
Yeah, the one that I seen, I don't know.
I think all three of their wives are beautiful.
Yeah, Aniko,
actually.
I like Aniko.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think she's beautiful.
They more into me in Hollywood than I am.
Okay. Well, then I guess you need to rewatch since you don't have anything to add. Because we watched it.
No, I'm talking about.
One thing I will say about him, just a quick, I took some actual bio notes. He adopted 7 children. That's fucking commendable, period, point blank. So I don't care what the fuck he's done in life to anger you. I don't know anybody that he brought up that has done that. And the way he spoke when Shannon asked him, well, how do you raise them? He said, you need to realize, that they still have mothers and fathers.
Yeah.
I'm raising them.
Yeah.
And I try to raise them this way. And it didn't sound drunk or high. When he talked about his family.
He didn't sound like after that whole
Yeah,
interview.
no, not at all. I'm just saying because I'm tired of that was always the thing. Oh, he's drunk, he's high, or whatever. One point that I had in his bio was that he left home at 13, which I brought up, and he said that him and his father's last interaction was one of us almost didn't make it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a conversation; it was an altercation. And he said, in the interview, he said, "You can't sleep comfortably around me," and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell that it still breaks his heart. Like he only choked up a few times, and it was about his family and his kids.
Yeah.
So.
And another thing about Katt, just a side note, just for me, listening and watching and listening. A lot of people call him broke and shit, but he got damn good with his money. He just ain't no
Okay. I just laughed because I literally ran when I watched it the first time to his office, and where he was talking about his kids, and he said, I'm a rich man, and he goes, not rich, but I am rich. He goes, well, but don't look at what they say my net worth is, because I looked at it and I was like, I got that on me. That shit was hilarious again,
and he takes care of people.
Yes, and there are comedians coming out right now, validating, comedians you've never heard of.
Yeah, like Little Boosie.
I was supposed to get paid $700, and somebody came up to me with $2,500.
Little Boosie said he fresh out of prison, ain't have nothing. Katt gave him front row seat tickets to one of his shows, and then when he was leaving, Katt threw a towel with something watered up through the window. He thought it was weed, but when he opened it, it was $15,000. And he said shit, he needed that. So he'll never forget Katt Williams, and he ain't know him. He ain't know Katt Williams at all. Never met the man.
I do have a question, because you watch YouTube's more. Is Michael Blackson's accent fake?
No.
Because
it's not as... He's from Jersey.
Oh, shit.
He accentuates it.
He accentuates it. Because he got a show. He got a show, a little show on BET, and where he a substitute teacher, Blasting does, and sometimes it's heavy, sometimes he can't maintain it for a certain long, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say it's part of the act. The mother suck guy, he can do that in short spurts, and it sounds very heavy, but on that show it's in and out,
I was just curious.
But everybody know that about Blacks.
Another thing I will say, a positive note of Katt is the boy is well read. You can't knock him off that. The grammar was grammaring for me. And they even called him out on a date frame, and he stopped and was like, no, here's what I meant. He's smart. My mom's quote was, that's a smart ass beast, or whatever. What he said about himself is, I take this seriously, and I'm a basic, this is not a quote, but he's a word poet, and he puts things together and he crafts things, for the audience, and you can go see him this week and go see him this week, and it's not going to be the exact same. And I kind of agree.
I agree because we seen him And
Yeah.
we seen him live,
Yeah.
and then I watched the same show.
The special,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
And
and
it
it
wasn't.
wasn't
yeah.
the same. It was different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But it was the type of same, you know, Linnell, Mr. Cooper, all in the same show that we seen, but his was
and
different.
every time I've seen him, you know, like the new thing. Well, not, I don't know if it's a new thing, but not shitting on Chappelle by any means, because he's probably one of my favorite comedians, also of all time. But Katt doesn't care if you record. I've never gone to a Katt Williams show and they're like,
Cat don't
you'll
care
get
if
kicked
you
out
smoke.
if you. Well, yeah. Maybe we were high.
Yeah.
We went to but yeah, they don't take your cell phones and stuff because he doesn't care. He's like, you're not. That's how I keep my fans.
Yeah.
I may take this joke and then do it this way the next time, and that's what people aren't doing. They don't work that way. They want the easy route.
And if you listen to him, he's a true comedian. Like you say, he write an hour show before he do it. These people not writing for each show.
Yeah.
You know, they write for one tour.
One special,
Yeah.
one tour.
Yeah, and they just say the same shit over and over.
And you bet not record it.
You better not.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart, he was on the Breakfast Club a couple of years ago, and him and DJ Envy was fussing, not fussing, but bantering because they took DJ Envy's song because he did something, he picked it up out, you know, just out of habit.
Yeah.
It went off or something, and he was at the Kevin Hart show, and they took his foot.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Kevin like, you know, like it rude.
Best believe I'm gonna say some shit it's gonna be different every time.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. See. Another funny thing about him is I think he is a polygamist. I don't know what the word, I don't even know the word for it. He is a consensual man with consensual women around him because people said he's married but he keeps women around him at all times.
Well, yeah, no shit. Why wouldn't you?
You know, well, I don't know. I'm just saying from the special.
Yeah.
But he says that if you have 10 jobs, women are better at 9 of them.
9 of them.
Yeah.
So, you got bookkeeping.
No, okay. Well, that's not what. Are you trying to make jokes? I'm reading what he said.
No, I know.
But he said, if I want a chef in my house, I can afford a chef. Why do I want a chef that's going to scratch his balls before he cooks my food? Why do I want a secretary or a maid or this? I'd rather hear women talk.
And you don't have to compete against the woman.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Yeah.
I'd rather have women around. I mean, because no competition between me and them. I mean, they might have competitions amongst each other, but.
and I haven't seen anybody complain.
Yeah.
And he's.
But Katt, I can tell that he really respects women.
He does.
Yeah, he got a high respect for women.
Yeah.
He got a high respect for women, and you think about, he don't really degrade women a lot in his comedy like some comedies do. It is what it is with Katt. I think he just, if it's black, it's black. If it's blue, it's blue. He's gonna call it what it is. Ain't gonna dance around it.
Yeah, he probably has a lot of subservient women because when he brought up I like toxic women, but you got to break them down. Remember when he said, you can't listen to Sexy Red and You Broke in my house? Turn it off. You can't watch Snapped in here. Put the cartoons on or whatever. I don't know. I liked it. I respected it.
Yeah, I like Kevin.
I like them all. It didn't make me hate anyone.
No. I mean, because it is what it is. We know it's a game that we'll never understand, and it's good to have somebody that shine like the ins and out of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That would be me if I sat on Shannon Sharp's couch. I would talk about my business.
Yeah, and the ins and
the
outs.
industry too.
The bullshit. And
Yeah.
The pros and the cons.
Yeah. Sorry that they're names of celebrities.
Yeah. And people just, people have these personas, and they hate the fact that nigga shitting on those personas a little bit. Not a lot, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. I mean, I needed to know that it's two different Chris Rocks that I've been laughing at, I learned that I laughed at the New Jack City, the Pookie, Chris Rock, and then I got the motherfucking Epstein Island, Chris Rock.
Chris Tucker.
Tucker. Tucker. Yeah. My bad, Chris Rock. Yeah. I got the Friday, Chris Tucker, and then I got the Epstein Island, Chris Tucker. Yeah.
Christmas Tucker.
Christmas.
Yeah. So there were two things that I loved about it that I actually brought. He said, it's hard to have trampoline skin. He said, God only gives so many people trampoline skin, which I've never heard in my life.
And bounce off.
Yeah, it's where you can try to take some people out, and you can't, because the Lord blocks you from taking them out. Love that. And then he brought up, well, he didn't bring up, Shannon Sharp brought up politics. And the shit was funny to me because he answered exactly how I would have answered. He said, neither option's good, and we're in a fucked up situation here because do you go to your ex or the ex before the ex? And he said, one guy can barely put sentences together, the other just puts them together with what he read or heard. And he said, he correlated it back to Shannon with playing sports. He goes, of course, both teams have an offense and a defense.
Yep.
But you're not supposed to battle each other. You're on the same team.
Yeah.
The enemy is the other team. And we are over here battling the offense and the defense. Completely made sense to me.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm not going to get into it in politics, but watch it. He said, when the forefathers here came up with this, they never expected a two-party system.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be this guy, yeah, you might like this one a lot more, you might like this one a lot more, but you have this option and this option, and it's not turned into that. And I respected the shit out of him saying that, like, I'm not doing politics, but here's what I feel about it. And that's how I've lived my life in general. So, I'm on team. What? Texans? I don't know. Offense, defense. And then my last one, which was my favorite, was my new quote for the year was, you have an unnatural allegiance to losers. And that's not like you. An unnatural allegiance to losers, and that's not like you. And then you take a sip.
That was funny as hell. That took Shannon back.
Yeah.
He had to think about it.
He didn't know what to say. He knew better because of the Wanda Smith thing.
My favorite quote came from Shannon. And it was, I hope I have a club say after this.
And you said Oprah will be here. Gotta watch. They gonna circle back.
Yeah.
And Oprah might be there next.
Yeah.
She might be there. I'd watch it.
20 million views on it, and we got to shout out Shay for 11 cats sit on the couch and talk to him. Shay had some good interviews this year from everybody, a wide range of people. And they like to sit with Uncle Shannon, that's what they call him, and I'm glad Katt pulled it up.
Gives me uncle vibes.
Yeah.
All right, can we get into our segment?
Yeah, let's get into our special segment of the evening.
What?
Where we tell you 3,000 things about us using this magnificent book titled 3,000 Questions About Me.
Who's gonna start it?
It's Cognac this evening.
Oh.
He's gonna randomly open the book, select a question, and ask it, and we will attempt to answer it in Katt Williams fashion. So this is Katt
999. How often do you self-reflect?
Self-reflect.
Mm-hmm.
I self-reflect all the time.
Literally
Yes, sir.
self-reflecting
Yes, sir.
hourly.
Yes, sir.
So good. How often do you self-reflect?
What's your answer?
All the fucking time.
Do you?
You self-reflecting right now.
I believe.
About why you should have taken out?
I believe it's hard to.
What nap do I need? That's all I'm asking.
I believe it's hard to be progressive and grow
If you don't
if
look
you
at
don't
yourself.
look at yourself. Yeah. I think it's hard. I think it's impossible. And matter of fact, I know it's impossible. I'll put money on it. It's impossible for you to make changes in your life, lasting changes, not temporary changes, but lifelong changes in your life if you don't ever look at yourself and reflect and take ownership of your faults. So it's one thing to reflect, but then you have to
Change
accept the shit
reflection that you
shit
see.
that you see. You gotta accept the fact, man, I'm a fuck up. Man, I could have did this better. You know what I'm saying? Damn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my fucking fault. You know what I'm saying? And then make the changes. If you don't do that, you ain't gonna.
Amen.
You ain't gonna make no change.
I'm doing this because if
Oh,
you listen to the Bee Gees song, that's not on iTunes yet, and I'm pissed off. I forgot what the name was. I was like, yeah.
You say from the old school, we still know.
That's kind of inspired my outfit. We're Cash Money fans out here. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys. We'll be back
Thank you.
for our next episode. Mwah.
Lady, you ain't got no lawn. You are such.
That's it for this week's episode of Cognac, Tequila, and the Girl. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on your favorite podcast app. As always, we'd love to hear your feedback. Follow us on all the social medias. Leave your comments and reviews. Until next week, keep safe and keep your squad close. Thanks for hanging out.